It's Wednesday. It's 5 Minute Rehab Day. Come on in. Come on in. This is Taisha Presley, the owner and the founder of Legacy Empowerment Services. We are a mental health private practice. We're located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we work with adolescents and young adults who have experienced some type of dysfunction, childhood dysfunction, and want to now rehabilitate their lives. Come on in. Come on in. All right. So I have a really interesting topic today. It is all for those of us who have experienced a custody battle. So some breaks in relationships are easy peasy, and some of them turn into outright war. War in regards to not only just how are we going to dissolve this marriage, or how are we going to dissolve this relationship, or how are we going to now parent these children. And you guys all know that I have started this co-parenting therapy, the Family Transitions Co-Parenting Coaching Program, which is a 10-week program. I want you to go today, www.rehabilitateyourlife.com, and sign up if you have experienced anything that I'm going to talk about today, okay? Anything that I'm going to talk about today, if you've experienced it, are experiencing it, have experienced it, are now trying to get it back together, you need to go to www.rehabilitateyourlife.com for this coaching program. Anyway, all right. So I have some tips for people that are going through a custody battle that either are on their way or have already been in it for a while. Okay. All right. Tip number one. And so I have my little notes, you guys, so work with me here. All right. So tip number one is that I want you to remember that the nature of a custody battle is the battle. Even when you file your petition, it says someone, mom or dad, versus mom or dad, which means that this is now a war. It is a battle. It puts you guys at enmity. It puts you at adversaries. It makes you adversaries. So you have to have this mindset of, yeah, I'm not this person's adversary, but in the eyes of the court, it is me versus them. And so what does that mean? In your pleadings, that person, the other parent, may say some things that are outlandish. They may say some things that are accusatory. They may ask for some things that blow your mind. They may ask for full custody. They may ask for child support. They may ask for crazy, crazy things. And a lot of times that is to throw you off your games, because you know what? It is all mental. It is all mental. And so if they know that you are someone that is very emotional, that's going to be driven by your emotions, they're going to say whatever they need to say in their custody pleadings in order to throw you off your game. So you're going to have to remember that this is the nature of the beast and not let it throw you off your game, okay? And sometimes also just reading and taking in all the new information, sometimes the lies of the other parent can throw you off your game so much that number two, you gotta stay grounded. You gotta stay grounded. And what do I mean by grounded? What I mean is find the thing that works for you to help you stay calm. What's the thing that helps you bring you back into your element? What's the thing or the people or the places or the whatever it takes to get you your head back in the game and keep your feet grounded? That's what you do. And sometimes it's going to have to be preventative as opposed to defensive, meaning that you may have some good days, you may have some bad days. On your good days, don't let off the self-care. Don't let off the self-care. On your good days, you're preparing for the days that may be more challenging, okay? And so you're going to have to overdo it in your self-care. Like you're going to have to be so much into your self-care that people are going to look at you like you're selfish, and it's okay because you need it. When you are in a battle, you go into the fight, flight, freeze mentality. Your survival instincts kick in, and if you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to find yourself in a place where you don't want to be. So take care of yourself, stay grounded. Number three, this is a mindset shift. This mindset shift is remembering that the other parent has rights too. And this was a struggle for me when I went in my custody battle. The struggle is sometimes we think, especially if you're the mom, and for so long it's been all about the moms and what the moms want, and the kids are supposed to be with the moms because the moms are nurturers and all that jazz, and dads and usually, typically, and traditionally take care of the family and don't raise the kids, and they're weekend dads. But nowadays, listen, we are in a new age, and the new age that we're in are all about fathers' rights. And so that means that, constitutionally speaking, each parent, mom and dad, have a right to parent their child. A constitutional right. Go look it up. It's in the Constitution. A right to raise their child. Go look it up. So what does that mean? That means if you are the parent that thinks that you're going to have it all your way, you got something coming to you. Because a lot of what we think are our rights are just courtesies that the other parent extends to us. But when you go into a custody battle, the judge doesn't care about what you desire. The judge cares about what is in the best interest of the child or children. So you're going to have to sometimes suck up, and I hate to say it because I've experienced it myself. You're going to have to suck up all those things that you think are just what is supposed to happen, how it's supposed to go. And you're going to have to remember that you're going to have to extend the courtesy and the grace and allow the other parent to also raise their child. Okay, next one. I think this is 4. All right. Let's see, where do I want to go? All right, get you a team of support. This is important because sometimes you feel so isolated. You feel like no one understands. No one has been there. No one has done this. And sometimes you're right. In your circle, you may be the only person. And even if someone else has experienced it before, they may not have experienced it the way that you're experiencing it, because you have your own unique set of challenges. You have your own temperament. You have your own makeup. So you have to get you a support team. I remember when I went through my custody battle, when I was going through it, all I needed was a hug. I said, I need a hug from somebody's great grandma, because I was tripping. I was stressing. I was crying all the time. And sometimes you might need just a hug. Sometimes you might just need someone to validate you or to hear you say the same things over and over and over again. Get you a support team. That support team, of course, can be a lawyer. It can be a coach. It can be a therapist. It can be a friend, an auntie, uncle, that person at the Walmart. I don't care who it is. Get you a team of support, people that can hear you out, because if not, you will feel isolated in your custody battle. All right, next one. Let's see, where do I want to go now? All right, stay flexible. Staying flexible. One thing that we have to always remember is that we can't control people. We can't control situations, and we can't control outcomes. And a lot of our stress and frustration comes from trying to control. And if we can let go of that control, that desire to control, come on, controllers. If we can let go of that desire to control, half the battle has already been won, which means that you stay open, you stay flexible. Yes, you have your boundaries. But here's the thing about boundaries. I've said this so many times. When you're in a custody battle, it seems as if you can't really have boundaries, but you can. I want to do a live about that. Have your boundaries, but stay flexible, because that's the way to move you forward, okay? Next one, I don't know what number we're on, but acknowledge your part. Listen, we all have a part to play in where we are right now. Acknowledge yours. Acknowledge that maybe you had an attitude, maybe you said the wrong things, maybe you were doing this or doing that, and maybe it's not all the other parent. Maybe a part of it is you. And if that is the case, own it, and do something about it that can move you forward. And last one, with that in mind, remember that you can move forward. You can move forward. So maybe right now in the moment, it feels overwhelming and it feels stressful. It feels like you'll never be able to get to the other side of this. You'll never be able to trust this person again. How dare he or how dare she do any of these things? And yes, you can choose. You can make a choice to stay in that place, or you can make a choice and you can say, you know what? This has happened. I desire something different for my life and for my child's life and for this co-parenting space. And because I desire something different, I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to stay here. So I'm going to do my work, my inner work, to move myself forward. And if I move myself forward, then the other person automatically has to shift, because it's a system. Relationships are all systems, including co-parenting relationships. They're all systems. If you change, the other person has to change. So if you need help with your change, I want you to go to www.rehabilitateyourlife.com and get support. Get support. I can be a part of your team too. www.rehabilitateyourlife.com. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.